Spartan fam, what's up, baby? We're going to break down two trades today, both of them on high probability setups, and I'm going to talk about my entries, why I exited, all of that good stuff. But first, let's verify the profits, all right? So the first one is Tesla TSLA, $330 profit, 2793 is my account number. And the second one was SPCE, $600 profit, 2793 is my account number, for a total of $930 at that time. That was I'm showing you that to basically verify the profit so that you know that these are real trades. This is not a paper trading account. Everything that we do is always live. So guys, jump in the Discord server and join us. Link in the description if you want to trade with us every day. All right, I'm going to break down the trades, but first I also want to point out that both of these were posted on Twitter for you yesterday, right? So I posted Tesla flat top resistance just under the all-time highs, looking for a break of 600 and 610 for the continuation move. Same with SPCE, right? Posted 23 hours ago. Ascending triangle on the daily. Keep alerts over 30. Watch the volume over 29 for the continuation move. This morning, we're looking at the SPCE daily chart time frame. This morning, SPCE actually gapped up pre-market. So it was up and over the 29 level. It was trading just under the $30 level, right? And so those were the 2 points that I was pointing out on my Twitter account. I show you the daily chart time frame so you see the pattern there, but the real action happens on the 5-minute chart time frame. And to see where I even took my entry, we're going to break this down on the 1-minute chart time frame. The first 5-minute candle went green. So our rules state to not trade in the first 5 minutes. And, you know, let the play do its thing. Let's see what it's going to do from here. There's actually a few rare cases where you can make an exception to that rule so long as you understand what's going on with the price action. But yeah, this pushed up in the first 5 minutes. We're going to break this down in the 1-minute chart time frame. Here's the deal. It opened up and consolidated like this and then went green, like pretty big green right there, pushing back up to that $30 number. At this time, we're going to delete this line for now. At this time, I want you to pay attention to this volume. It's decreasing here during the consolidation, and when you get that big pop right there, you have increasing volume. That is where I took my entry. There was no need for me to wait on this first 5-minute candle to close over, because I didn't want to miss this pop move over the pre-market high at $30. So took my entry there, caught this pop move up. That was the first play on SPCE for $600 profit. Now, why did I sell where I did? Well, because I was looking for a re-entry. $600 profit, I mean, that's good money, right? That's decent money at the time. I was looking for a re-entry, and I wanted to see 30 hold and validate as a support. It did not do that. It actually pulled all the way back down to what? This old resistance here at 29, which was being validated as a new support. If we look at the 5-minute chart time frame, look, this is a double bottom pattern. And this was actually called in chat by your team members at the break of 30 again on increasing volume for this move up. So I was waiting for 30 to validate as a support. It did not. And so I did not take my re-entry. In fact, I did not even get back into this trade for the rest of the day, though I really kind of regret that I didn't. I was watching Apple at the time. But that's all right, right? Profit is profit. I'm happy with what I made on the trade. $930 total is pretty good. I'm close to my daily goal just on the 2 trades that I'm reviewing right now. All right, Tesla was the second play, and again, this was another high probability setup where if we're looking at the daily chart, you know, we've got 3 things going for us here, guys. First of all, we have a break of the $600 hold number. That's going to be bullish. We have a break of the all-time highs at 610, right? That's going to be bullish. And then on top of that, you know, we could argue that this is also an ascending triangle. So we have a pattern breakout to the top side of that resistance point, which is also bullish, right? 3 things right there. This one gapped up to pre-market and 608 at the time, right? This was the previous all-time high, trading just under 608. If you're involved in the community at all, you know that Tesla stock is one that everybody's kind of been watching. There have been a lot of eyes on Tesla, and we've been waiting to see, even our server, we've been waiting to see what it does here at the $600 hold number. I think everybody kind of in the back of their mind knew it was going to break 600. It was just a matter of when. And today was that day with that gap up and over the $600 hold number. So this went big green right in the first 5 minutes. And so if we're following that watch list rule where we don't trade in the first 5 minutes, you miss a play right here. I'm going to break this down on the 1 minute chart time frame and talk about why and where I took my entry. All right, so the first 1 minute candle went green and it broke the all-time highs here and closed over 610. That was a level discussed on the on my Twitter post right here, right? Look for a break of 600 and 610 for the continuation move. Why 610? It's the next whole number above the all-time high and above the $600 mark, right? $10. Every $10 can be a likely resistance. Look where we met resistance here, 620, and then look where we found support at 620. Then we pushed up. Look where we met resistance, 630. Does that make sense? We're into all-time highs, so we don't know where the resistance is. We just have to go off the whole numbers. That being said, this trade in the first 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, I took my entry on this dip. All right, so I entered right there at 610 on this dip entry. I was waiting for the dip. I was hoping it would pull back, and the moment that it pulled back, I took my entry. Why? I got this question when I posted on Instagram. Why, Gates? Why would you enter right there? How did you know that it's going to bounce right there? First of all, I don't know that it's going to bounce right there. Nobody ever knows where a stock is going to bounce, and if we did, we would all be super rich, right? The thing is, you have to have a plan, and you have to understand the magnitude of the trade that you're taking. There were 3 bullish things on Tesla that we just talked about with the all-time high break, the whole number break, and the pattern breakout. This was the first entry that was given for any trader that wasn't in prior to this move up. So unless you're buying at the open, you're likely missing this whole move up. This is the first dip entry offered. And I bet you there were a ton of traders there, just like me, waiting for the first dip entry offered to get in for this push move up. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened, right? So 610, why does that level make sense? Well, because it's a whole number. It's where the first candle closed over. It's where this candle kind of pulled back and actually just opened up there and pushed up. So I entered here with a stop at 610. I probably would have given it a little room down to like 608, being the previous all-time high, and then catch this move up. Now, I could have held for more profits on this one. A little upset that I sold early, $330 profit. But that's all right. So Gates, why did you sell? Guys, I'm a profit target trader. I like to take profits at a specific price point that makes me close to or near my daily goal, which is $1,000. I don't really feel a need to make more than that or to push the envelope more than that at this time. Next year, I will be doing an account challenge where I plan to make a lot more money trading with larger size, holding for longer, etc. But for now, I'm fine just hitting my daily goal. I don't want to be greedy. $1,000 a day, that works for me. That pays my bills, right? So what did we do here? We waited for this after the initial sell. We waited for this to pull back again once more and start to validate a new support point. This entry could have been taken here at 615. I didn't take it, right? So we waited for this to pull back. Again, it validated 615 as a support. We looked for this trend line break right here. That was alerted in chat for the break of the downward trend line and the support bounce off 615 for the run into the high of day. There is something I want to talk about with both of these setups. We'll start with Tesla, actually. There is a reason why we trade in the Spartan Trade server, there is a reason why we trade high probability setups. And that reason is because it increases your chance of being correct on the trade, despite whatever entry that you got. Okay, let me say that again. There is a reason why we trade high probability setups in the Spartan Trades Discord server, and that is because it increases your chances of being profitable and correct on the trade despite whatever your intraday entry may be. 2 examples today. We had a member, Mo, actually a trial member, who took the Tesla trade. That's actually breaking out right there. A little bit, not much. We had a member, Mo, who's on trial right now, who took the Tesla trade at the break of, I believe, 618. So they took the trade right here for this move up and wound up not selling into those profits. Maybe they weren't offered many profits on the trade, but then the stock pulled back, right? And so they were asking me, oh, is Tesla good to hold? Should I hold it? This and that. I'm like, trust the analysis, follow your plan, right? And at the time it started to peak, and I was like, you know what? Just hold on. You may be all right so long as 615 holds and validates as a support. So despite them not getting the best entry, by the time this pushed back up to the top side, they were profitable, right? So that's a good example of how, you know, if they kind of did chase the move a little bit, but hey, it's all right because this still looked good and had room to run beyond their entry price. Another example, same example on SPCE, was a member by the name of Demos, who mentioned early on that they would be swinging SPCE and entered, I believe, you know, right at the break of 30, somewhere up here, right? And then held through all of this. Good for them for holding through and trusting the analysis. 29 validated as a support, got the double bottom bounce, wound up selling somewhere in this area for a 30% profit, despite the entry being a little high initially. That is the power of trading high probability setups. If you don't know what a high probability setup is, again, I encourage you to join the Discord channel and come find out why I pick these watch list tickers every single day, and how I find these tickers every single day. I tell you guys in the analysis videos that I do, all you have to do is put in the time and watch them and study them. I guarantee you that you're going to pick something up and learn it. All right, guys, that's it. That's all that I have for today's 2 breakdowns on SPCE and Tesla. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope that you've learned something from it. If you have, please press the like button. Let me know in the comments section if there's anything that you want me to do specifically, and I'll be happy to make a video on that. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. I post these videos all the time. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you in chat.